Hello everybody and welcome to the table. Today we are checking out a new knife from Rosecraft Blades here, and this one is the French Broad Jack. So a very nice little slip joint that we have in our hands today. So let's take a look at this knife and we'll make some comparisons to some other knives on the table. But of course the French Broad Jack right here, let's take a closer look. We have these really nice red bone handles. Everything nice and smooth, and of course the Rosecraft Blades brand is actually at this point pretty well known. They do a really good job on these slip joint knives, modern production slip joint knives, which means everything in the construction is very clean, very well engineered, and just very nice to get a hand on. So what we have right here is a nice little Wharncliffe blade. So let's take a look at the overall size of this knife, because what we can see, just laying it up against the ruler, from tip to bolster, we have a blade length of about 3 inches long. And if you're looking at just cutting edge, it's a little bit shorter than that, a little over 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Overall length, we can see, is close to 6 3/4, a little bit more than that. So almost 7 inches long. So it's a good size, in my opinion, for a slip joint knife. Gives you a lot to grip onto and a lot of blade to work with. So very nice Wharncliffe style blade. We can see the Rosecraft Blades logo on there on one side, as well as the model number on the other. So D2 steel blade right here, satin finish all the way across. Very classy. I like that swedge up at the top, leads to a very fine pointy tip. Check out the inside of that construction, super clean, just like I would expect from something from Rosecraft Blades. Very nicely done. Centering also looks good. You can see that right there. Everything is so nice and shiny. Full back spring, all steel right here, steel bolsters. Transitions are nice and smooth, you know, between the bone and the bolsters, the shield. So you have the nice little rosebud shield right there. Everything very well made. So I kind of expected all of this from a knife from Rosecraft. Nice and easy to open, which is a great thing. I love having slip joints that are easier to open. And of course, main reason for that is we just have so much meat on the blade right here, so much blade exposed that you can easily pinch it open without having to even use the nail nick that's included. So I always like that in a knife. But let's take a look at the weight. Weight is advertised at 2.5 ounces, so let's see if that is accurate. Okay. 2.49, yep, right on the money. So 2.5 ounce blade from Rosecraft Blades right here. We do have some other knives on the table. We can do a real quick just size comparison. So right here we have the Beaver Creek Barlow. This one is also from Rosecraft Blades. So let's put those side by side and you can check those out. And of course the French Broad is a little bit larger, a little bit longer. But the Barlow style knife, very popular. Same thing with this one right here. This is the Lusahatchee Jack. So very similar, again, a Barlow style blade, but we can see we have a clip point as opposed to the sheep's foot on the Skinner down here. River Creek Barlow. Too many names. It's hard to remember everything. But again, the great comparison between these three knives from Rosecraft Blades. Let's flip those over. Give you an idea of what we're looking at here. Yeah, all D2 steel bone covers. So great size comparisons there. So what we have with the French Broad Jack right here. Again, great construction. I also do want to mention all of these knives, they do come with the Made in China sticker, just so you're aware these are made overseas. And they can be removed from the blade, so I usually just stick it right here on the box as a reminder. But it's kind of nice to see that they do that. They don't stamp China in big letters on the blade like some brands will do. Nothing necessarily wrong with that, but I do prefer not having to see that every time I take out the knife or open it. And even for a foreign production knife, this is really good quality. These knives come in around the mid 50-ish, 60-ish dollar price point. And for what you're getting, that's a pretty darn good price, especially in comparison. Let me actually show you some on the table right here. So right here we have an American-made knife. This is from Great Eastern Cutlery. This is a number 86. And this is going to cost about 3 times as much, 4 times as much as the River Creek Rosecraft blade, just because it is made in the United States. But I do want to give you, of course, another comparison just for your own sake. And of course, the Great Eastern Cutlery knives, these ones are very hard to get a hold of because they only build so many, and there are a great number of collectors of these knives out there. So we can see those two. Something else also made in America, right here we have a Case Sodbuster Jr. in my favorite decorative coloration here, of course the Halloween edition. So we have the nice little graveyard scene on there. So let's go ahead and put that as a size comparison on the table as well. So Sodbuster Jr., GEC number 86, and of course the, what is the name of the third thing? French Broad Jack. Whew, my memory is not working today. So let's reverse those again. But what you get with these Rosecraft blade slip joints is just a lot of value. You know, if you intend to use the knife, or even if you are a collector, kind of like how I am, these are just really great value for the money. And I think in the coming years, these are going to go up in value for sure, because if you didn't get on these things when they were first released, you know, you're going to get different variants of these knives coming out, but maybe not necessarily in the colors you see today. So if these knives are of any interest to you, I'd recommend picking them up as soon as you can. And now these ones on the table I all picked up from traditional pocket knives. Now I'm not sponsored or anything, but most of my slip joints I do end up purchasing from traditional pocket knives. You know, great dealer, honest, ships things very quickly, includes tons of stickers if you like stickers. So I have a lot of these hanging around. But really great knife to check out on video. I just kind of wanted to share my first thoughts, first impressions. Really nothing negative to say about this particular model. From this minute I opened the box, it's pretty much was exactly what I thought it would be. Easy to open, super sharp, no blade play, centered blade, clean construction. I mean, what more can you ask from a slip joint knife other than being made in the United States? But this is a really great value line. Really putting Rosecraft blades on the map, more so for their traditional lines. In my opinion, I think these are nicer than their modern, like liner lock type folders all the way around. But of course, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment below. I just wanted to make a real quick comparison video here for you guys. So hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope all of you out there in the YouTube land have a knife day. See you later. Bye-bye.